Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Goalkeeper Academy. And it's been quite a long time since I've done one of these. I do apologise, and I wanted to cover a few things in this episode. The first one being is going to be playing with a low-rated pro. Obviously, if you're just starting out on FIFA, it's not going to be easy playing with a low-rated pro, especially if you're not used to goalkeeping. So I'm going to try and give you guys a few tips in this episode right here. But as you saw at the beginning, I'm playing as a 76 rated pro, obviously very low. I haven't got any of the boosts from the catalogue. I'm doing that for a reason, because obviously I want to be able to show you guys how to actually play with a low rated pro, because from someone that plays with an 88 rated pro most of the time, it is quite different coming down to a 76 rated pro, and it can be quite tricky if you don't know how to play it. So the first thing that I would say is close down angles. What I mean by that is in 1v1s and some long shots, slightly come off your line. I have a few examples in this video, I'll point them out when I get to that point. But I also have Kyle, who is my friend, obviously iKyleHD. He does play Xbox One now. Stevens is his account, and we played these club matches in my Goalkeeper Academy club, and I just got him to pass back to me as much as possible, just to get my guys touch up and get some passing and so on. But look right here, this is what I meant. I came off my line a little bit, I closed down the angle, and then I made a nice easy save to push it around the post. And doing that often will obviously help you, because obviously your diving won't be as good as normal, and especially, like I said, when you're low rated, you've got to really make sure you're on your toes. You can't be a goalie who just sits on your line, because if you do sit on your line, you're not going to be able to get those shots that are just out of reach. But if you do close down that angle, that extra inch or so would really help on the save, and it does show. Especially that's how I feel anyway when I play this. It is really useful, and I don't know, it's what I found to work the best. Look here, come out, I use B. Some people say, when do I use B? In those situations, if I don't think my guy's going to dive quick enough, because the analog stick can be quite slow at diving in 1v1 situations, so sometimes I do use B and I dive at their feet, and my guy kind of does an animation where he can kick it away and he spreads his body enough to be able to make the save, and I find it works really well, and you guys would know that as well if you give it a try. There is the skill game, which is the third skill game, where you have the players running at you. Use B in that situation for a bit of training, it will really help you out. But that's the first game played that I did there, and I made 6 saves, got an 8.5 rating, not too bad. But the second game right here, I get a penalty against me, and I want to talk about this because it's slightly frustrating. I'm going to talk about how you can actually save this, but they did put their goalie on this. This is some sort of like Petr Cech lookalike, I'm not too sure, but he does put it to the bottom left, and you see it slightly central. My guy dives over it. The way to actually save that is by going slightly to my right first and then diving. So obviously your guy dives and spreads his body out to that bottom corner. Staying in the central and diving to the right without moving, obviously we'll be able to get the shots that are closer to the post. But in that situation, you've got to slightly move over to the other side, because otherwise your guy is going to dive over it like he did for me, which is really frustrating. But it's just one of those things that does happen. But also, guys, make sure to leave suggestions on what you want me to talk about in certain episodes, because obviously I'm open to different things, and like I said, every 5 episodes I'm probably going to be doing a dual commentary. I think that's going to be a good thing to do. It might work out really well, because to get some guests on and we can talk about a few things. And like I said, the first one's going to be Sparky's Army, if he's still up for it, and we're going to talk about the relationship between defenders and goalkeepers in games like VFL and stuff like that. But for the next episode, guys, remember to actually give me some suggestions, and hopefully my tips have given you a little, there are only a few tips, but hopefully there's some tips that have helped you guys as a low rated keeper. Not many of you will be low rated keepers now, but if you do want to get into it, and then these tips will still apply obviously if you're high rated. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.